the barbecue place and get their, they were in Kansas City style, which means Kansas City's all sauces, Kansas style is like dry rubs. So they have a really good sauce they put on their
Flicka Roe. And thank you so much to Permanent Records for having us. We're so excited to play. Let's see. This first song is off of my album that I just released last year. It's called Chooser. And this is the first song off of my album. It's called Same Old Death.
Right way, I'm drunk in the lobby.
I just want to let you know I have a merch table outside with my merch, and there are free leather fuck ice patches that you can sew into yourself. They're like free as free, so please go get one. Please, please, please. This song is, it's actually a scientific report. It's called I Am the Funniest Person on Earth. This next one's called Keeper. This one is also off my new album, Chooser. Won't be cigarettes for me if I gag on the smoke. All it takes to be pretty is a promise to change, and I'm in my throat. switch guitars really quick.
Who helps?
I don't know if anybody here likes video games. But on my album Chooser, a big part of my childhood and recent adulthood was fighting games, specifically Tekken. I'm horrible. I'm not good at all. But in every single song on Chooser, there is a sample from either Mortal Kombat, Tekken, or Street Fighter. Some are hidden, some are very obvious. This one in the next song is pretty obvious. It's Zafina from Mortal Kombat. This one is Shotgun.
It's not right, it's not fair. Moonlight, yours just like a hard life. Show me what it feels like to be on, to be scared.
Sing a few that are just me. And let's see. 1, 2. So they're all unreleased, which is wildly inconvenient. Let's see. this one is about a feeling that I can't really quite put into words, so this is going to be really clumsy. But like, sometimes everything feels really bad and you're like, maybe I'll end it all. And then you start noticing really cute little human things around you, just like really basic human things. Like, I don't know, like the people smile that you like give when you walk by someone, you're like that, like little things like that, and you're like, oh, maybe life isn't so bad. So this one is about that feeling, and this one's called Cellophane Horses.
Backwards and coffee, chocolates and ice cream, 10 sets of Hail Marys, like Father forgive me, it's Sunday, but if you blink, it'll be Friday. I'll call you if I make it out of my driveway. American spirit, I'm taking up smoking, it's something to do. I just want a distraction, it's not like the movies, no karmic reaction. You're happy and healthy, I'm stupid for asking. He can get what he wants, I could get what I want, it's fine. Lovers on the subway, arms and legs and tongues intertwined. Call it what it is, I'm burying hatchets all tangled in telephone wires. As long as I love you, my love is alive. Year-round cicadas and cellophane horses, I'm losing my marbles, I'm coming up short, and I tried to learn poker from YouTube tutorials, lost all my wages to flea market oracles, blue cotton candy, a ring from my mother, my knuckle is ivory, I wore it all summer, I dream about marrying my best friend's brother, for infinite sleepovers, drinks after supper. She could get what she wants, I could get what I want, it's fine. Ayahuasca, Red Bull, Percocets and blackberry wine. Call it what it is, fresh fruit on the counter, I'm trying to change my mind. As long as I love you, my love is alive.
I had a really bad situationship with a man. Ooh. A man? What's worse than and as you can tell, he was from Nebraska because it was bad. And he was not very nice to me, which is crazy. Sophia, why would you date someone who wasn't nice to you? Well, I did. And I wrote this song as a kind of roast because I had this vision in my head that I would play a show someday and he would be in the audience and I would be able to like lock eyes with him and sing this to him. And then I had a show in November and he bought tickets and flew out. And I told him, don't fucking come. So I kind of fumbled that one a little bit. That could have been my moment and I missed it, but I'm hoping for another one at some point. Universe, if you hear me. This one is called Believer. I'm recovering from a cold, which is really sad and horrible, so bear with me.
I'm taking some time off. I'm tired of watching you dig your own grave. Done figuring you out. I don't wanna see how the sausage gets made. You act like an asshole. Tell me you don't miss me, but I feel the truth in the way that you kiss me. I'm no Albert Einstein, but I know it all from the look on your face. Talk like you're a hostage, like I held you down when I forced my way in. If you think I'm stupid, I'll let you believe it just so you can win. If you wanted a sweet girl, a Protestant angel, then why are you here with your clothes by your ankles? Made you a believer in something you told yourself didn't exist. If there's blood on his sweatshirt, he probably did it. That's what TV taught me. But you're such a smooth talker, I don't notice the blade even when it goes through me. I read in the Bible, you never quite know what you have till it's gone. Or maybe that was Marshalls on some wooden plaque on a shelf for half off. But I guess it don't matter, regardless it's still true. Might be 20 years, but someday it'll hit you. And you'll call me up crying, or call me up drunk, or not call me at all. And I bet she's a sweetheart, a wonderful Christian, a fantastic mother. She'll cook every dinner, and I bet you'll feel nothing whenever you touch her. kiss her, and she'll love you the soft way, and maybe you'll let her, and I'll learn it was my fault. I'd done it all backwards. I cried on the subway, and I slept in your t-shirt. You got it so pathetic, loving you in secret. Baby, if you get married, can I be your mistress? And I won't tell your children or your wife that'll hate me. I'll hide my tattoos and I'll move out of the city, and I'll tell you I need you, and I'll make it sound pretty, and I'll tell you I love you, even when it kills me, 'cause I know it'll kill me.
This song is about when you break up with the person that you're supposed to be with, and then you're like, let me try kissing somebody else. That will help. And then all it does is make it like 11 times worse, and then you want to like crawl into a hole and die. And this is about my boyfriend. so it's a good, it's a happy ending. Okay.
Kissing someone else, like picking apples from a tree under the floodlights of September, with my shirt sticking to me. I reach through God until I feel something to hold, to grip, to need. I let the juice run down my wrists, between my shoulders, past my knees. It's you. It's you, always you. Kissing someone else outside the party, half asleep. I built a picket fence in purgatory, married you in dreams. Now I bear water from my chest. I feel you sinking into me. I wore your sweatpants to the airport, find your chest hair in my teeth. It's you, it's true, always you. Big girl canines coming in, kitchen sink, semi-permanent. When it's love, ain't no questioning. When it's love. Kissing someone else's hand, sandpaper on my skin. I'm wide open, waiting for the killing blow, the taste of them. I feel the voices from the rafters, feel the end start to begin. I taste my blood, it is metallic, like a gun, like wedding rings. I am in love with you, I am in love with you, I am in love.
song is from my album Baby Magic, which is available at my merch table on vinyl. If you buy anything, you get a free record. And also, if you want a free record, you can just take a free record. It's crazy. This song is called Bite. It's gonna take a second to set up. Sound good? All right. Ready whenever you
She's losing sleep while you're over here bitching to me, 'cause you're the kind of guy who open leaves when anything is hard. I've seen your teeth, I know that there is blood between your sheets. Don't ever give her an apology, just leave her in the dark. She's so in love that she could never shut the fuck up. And maybe I think I'll get enough, and that's not gonna change. So I say, darling, you see the ceiling of my apartment, make you forget he was ever important. I'll get him out of your mind. Is he so mean? Sofia always saying that to me. Does he forget I'm only 17? Why does he have to get so ugly? She's so in love that he can never shut the fuck up, because he always gets what he wants, and that's not gonna change. So I say, darling, you see the ceiling of my apartment, make you forget he was ever important. I'll get him out of your mind. Baby, when all I see is driving me crazy. I've seen the way you look lately. I promise I won't fight. Yeah, I can do darling, you see the ceiling of my apartment, make you forget he was ever important. I'll get him out of your mind. Baby, all I see is driving me crazy. I've seen the way you look lately. I promise I won't fight. Yeah, I can do. This next one is the last one on my album. It's called Dog Valley. Just gonna switch guitars for a second.
Sophia, we're going to Dog Valley.
Pardon?
No reading?
Oh! I forgot a song! I lied to you!
Got 2 songs.
I forgot 2 songs! I lied to you! Thank God! Hold on. 2 more songs. This one's called Vinny. This one's about being from a small town where everyone's an alcoholic.
Just about being from a small town.
Yes, exactly.
Got a one-track mind and a two-track heart. I heard he's on his third DUI. How could a boy with eyes so bright be so dead? I watched the storm clouds as they're rolling in. The pediatrician said I'm getting caught up in. I got a big black heart with gunfire in its beat. I don't know what it is that pulls them back to me. It's like a car crash, and I can't turn away unless I know for sure it's really those flames. I never meant to cause you trouble. I never meant to cause you. But then he's blacked out by the dumpster, and it always goes this way. It's driving me insane. I had a tour back home and lost them. Second nights and all the dusting in my eyes. I'm really seeing on Ice Cube paradise. You always talked about the hand of God. I always kept your change to prove that I was not. Maybe every future woman knows my name. And I see your smile in every stranger's face. It's like a car crash, and I can't turn away unless I know for sure it's really you in those flames. Never meant to cause you trouble. Never meant to cause you. Blacked out by the dumpster, and it always goes this way. And I can't turn away unless I know for sure it's really you in those flames. I never meant to cause you trouble. I never meant to cause you pain. Then he's blacked out by the dumpster, and it always goes this way.
Okay, I have two more songs. This song is the namesake of my recent album. It's called Chooser. However, the song is not on the album. And I did that because I'm sneaky and I'm a trickster.
Coughing up soot in the backyard. Thought I was gone back then, but I wasn't God. I was 17. But is there a difference? Used to sneak out to the footpath, talk to the water. I didn't know it would be that cold, even in November. I miscalculated what you think. But I can hold a grudge for miles. Remember, I can do anything. Sat on the subway, missing my mother. Another bad week, 7 years in the gutter. Ain't that how it's always been? Oh, I'm back at confession. Another bad man I can use as a lesson. A song I can sing till I end up forgetting. No sense in denying it. Comatose kiss on a late night. Thought I would feel something. Cutting my bangs in the bathroom mirror of a hotel lobby. I really thought that one would fix me. Wonder how long it's been. I'm such a child. I can buy cocaine, but I can't drink coffee. Just in case I could win it. If I don't commit, then they can't call it quitting. At least that's what I tell myself. Ooh, I die at my leisure. I stand on the second-hand smoke to feel better. Why can't a girl be both a chooser and beggar? Why can't a girl be both a chooser and beggar? Can I just be both a chooser and beggar? Trade it all in for something else.
Alright, we got one more song for you, and this is the finale of the album. It's called Dog Valley. This song is about falling in love with your female best friends.
Tell you how I love you. I know that I couldn't do it justice. She's asleep in the back and you're fading next to